and we're doing nothing but showing positive news in Delaware and actually highlighting artists as well. That way you could get familiar with it. So right now I'm sitting here with the lovely Rachel Schain, and she is amazing.
Oh.
Can I say amazing?
Go ahead.
Step away from amazing. So, so you're from New York.
Yeah.
What brings you to Delaware?
My husband's job.
Okay.
About 10 and a half years ago,
Okay.
we were transferred down here because he was working for Chase at the time.
Okay.
He actually just changed jobs recently. He was at Chase almost the entire time we've lived here.
Got you.
And they moved us down here, and it's been great. We love it here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No. Wow. So, did you sing all your life?
Yes.
See, like you said that like with confidence. Like, if you don't have the CD, buy the CD like now.
Well, you know what's funny about that is when I was little, I was an absolutely terrible singer. Like
Okay.
hardcore awful. We have video evidence of this.
Ooh.
Yeah, really. And I'm living proof that if you love something enough and you keep trying,
Right.
you will eventually get better at it.
Okay. All right. So are we? Let's get back. How funny are we talking? Are we talking about America's home funny videos funny, or like?
I don't know. They might be kind of boring because it's literally just me sitting on the beach being like, cakes just keep getting harder to find, like that kind of stuff. I was a really big Monkees fan
Right.
at that time.
No.
So. Oh, yeah.
The Monkees.
The Monkees.
That was classic. That was right around My Favorite Martian.
Well,
Do you remember?
that all predates me. They were showing reruns on Channel 9
Right.
of the Monkees.
Right.
It's like summer of '86, and amazingly enough, at the end of it was '87, the summer of '87.
Okay.
My friend's mom called my mom and said, "The Monkees are playing at the Oakdale. We have to take the girls."
Right.
So my mom and my friend's mom took us to see the Monkees. I was like barely 7 years old.
Right.
And Weird Al Yankovic was the opening act.
Oh man, '87, Channel 9.
Yeah.
That's only New York.
Yeah.
That was
Sorry,
only New York.
I can't help it.
So the cameraman again is like, yay! So tell me about your style. Your style is different.
Yes.
And not even to mention the song titles are different.
Yeah, well, I like to keep myself more interesting that way. You got to stand out. There's so many women, so many independent artists trying to do this,
Right.
trying to make a living at music right now.
Right.
You got to stand out somehow.
Right.
So I just kind of do everything based on the really kind of weird things that happen to me, or things. My music is all based on actual things that happen in my life.
Okay, weird things that happened to you.
Yes.
The title of your song is called Rockstar Bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me how you came up with that.
Okay, so there's a comma. Let's start there. It's
Okay.
rockstar, bitch, not rock,
Okay.
not a bitch who's a rock star.
Okay, or a bitchy rock star.
Yeah, no, I'm not a bitchy
Okay.
rock star. I mean, do I look bitchy to you?
No,
Like,
no, not at all.
So I was on this road trip with my friend,
Okay.
my friend Katie, and something was bothering me, and it's stupid. It doesn't even matter what it was.
Right.
And she said, "Well, what do you care? You're gonna be a rock star, bitch."
Right.
And she thought for like half a second, and she said, "You know, you should totally write a song about that, because then we can just scream bitch at you." And so I did. It was written
Wow.
like 2 days later, and it's become kind of a calling card. Everyone knows me as the bitch, so you can even find me at rockstarbitch.com.
Are you serious?
I'm totally serious.
Give me some.
I beat Courtney Love to that.
Did you? Are you going to be performing that at the Ladybug?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Now you're going to be performing here at Extreme Pizza
Right here at Extreme Pizza.
on the 16th.
Yes.
Which is the Thursday.
Yes, with my band.
Not the Friday.
Not the Friday, the Thursday.
Because what you say, if it's Friday.
If it's Friday, you miss the
Right,
show.
right. Now your band.
Yeah.
How many people you have in your band? What's the name of your band?
We are the comic books. Rachel Schain and the Comic Book Geeks.
Why the Comic Book Geeks?
Because we are.
So everyone loves the comics.
Yeah, well, I mean, my lead guitarist goes by the name Boy Wonder. I mean,
I go by Chocolate Boy Wonder.
Chocolate Boy Wonder?
All
I should
day.
introduce you to him. Because you're both chocolate.
Right. Oh.
So.
Chill, relax. Ain't that type of party.
Listen,
But
you brought it up. I might as well say something.
So yeah, okay. So what else? What other? Everybody else in the band got a crazy name?
Well, no.
Okay.
He's got his own career in his own right. He's a solo artist up in Philly.
Okay.
He hosts the World Cafe Live, Philly Rising.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Gotcha.
People know him.
Gotcha.
So Boy Wonder is on my lead guitar.
Right.
Then I've got Josh Zenker on bass.
Okay.
And then I have Mike Alizio, who's playing his last show with us, unfortunately, at Ladybug. 'Cause
Okay.
He's He's too
Then
big in
moved
other
on. He then moved on.
He
Yeah.
has other bands that
Gotcha.
are doing bigger and better things.
Gotcha.
So we're losing him, but we're gonna actually be replacing him with
Okay.
Alex Brown of Venice Sunlight very soon.
How did you meet the people in your band? Because for a minute you was by yourself.
Yes, I
Okay.
was for a really long time. But Boy Wonder has been a friend of mine for years.
Okay.
Just like a dear, dear friend.
Right.
And so he produced my record, and then he decided he wanted to, like, it was actually last year at Ladybug. He was going to be down here playing for somebody else, and he asked me if I wanted him to play on my set too.
Right.
So that's when we became an acoustic duo. We
Okay.
just started playing together all the time, and it's been great. And then we said, well, let's put a band together.
Right.
Jay Vertibello of Venice Sunlight brought me Josh Zenker,
Okay.
the bassist.
Okay.
And then Mike was a suggestion of Boy Wonders, and we all just kind of mesh. Like we just get together, and we are super good.
Just rock out.
Yeah, we're
Right.
great people.
So that brings me to this.
Yeah.
How did you meet Jeremy and Gail from Gable Music? Because they're some awesome folks.
So the first time I met Jeremy and Gail, I was playing a gig at the Blue Parrot.
Union Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Union Street. God, it was a bajillion years ago. I was a terrible guitarist too. Like,
Okay.
just so we're clear, this was before I was a good guitarist. All right. More proof that if you keep trying, you
Right.
will eventually get, good at things.
Right.
So I was playing this gig at the Blue Parrot, and they came over to me, and they were just, just chatting. And
They was just Gail and Jeremy.
yeah, they were,
Right.
well, and they were like, oh, we're gonna start this thing. It's called, it's called Gable Music Ventures. We're starting this thing, keep us in mind. And then, to be honest with you, like, then there's a lot of blank space. I don't really remember what
Right.
happened next, but
Right.
the next actual, like, dealing that I had with them as Gable Music Ventures, they were putting on, it was the very beginning of their series, The Six, which is
Right.
now their singer-songwriter showcase.
Yeah.
So the first 6 was all men, it was all male singer-songwriters, and the second one was all women, and it was me, Noelle Picara,
Right.
Noelle Picara, Sarah Flynn was there, I forget who else, but it was just over here at Film Brothers.
Right.
And that had to be, well, that was 2011.
Yeah.
And it was such a wonderful experience working with Gail and Jeremy.
It was something new, also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you say new and refreshing?
So refreshing
Right.
to see promoters who are really in it to promote the music. It's not about them just making
Right.
money
And
by
make-
playing
right.
shows.
Right.
They really care
Yeah.
about the musicians, about
Right.
local musicians. I've never seen people who
Wow.
care that much
Wow.
and get out and do something about it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
with that, you're now on the Ladybug Festival.
Yes.
And you're performing here. And let's get to your social media.
Okay.
Because you're avid on the social media.
I am. Rachel Schain, at Rachel Schain, pretty much everything.
Okay. How does social media make an impact on your career?
There would be no career without social media.
You can reach more people, right?
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. So, it is extraordinarily hard when you're kind of a weird, quirky artist. to
Hashtag weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little off, you
Right.
know. I mean, I'm not that off.
Right.
but
I think everybody's a little off.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit hard to reach your audience. And I find that because the internet exists, you can reach people in further flung areas.
Right.
So I have fans literally all over the world. I've got a fan in Malaysia.
Oh,
I've
wow.
got a fan in Brazil.
Right.
I've got people all over the United States and Canada.
Right.
It's
It allows you to touch more people.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
You know, I'll tell you, when I graduated from college with my music degree, I chickened out. I didn't think I could make it as a musician. I got scared, and I just gave up for 4 years.
I tell you what, let's take a break real
Yeah,
quick.
sure.
As soon as we come back from the commercial break, we'll talk about what made you scared.
Okay.
All right. This is Ivan, Big I from DETV. We'll be right back.
I'm intoxicated with overflowing thoughts that circle my mind but never connect. Something like a food chain chasing my next thought to savagely attack any right answer I might possibly come up with. I thought I learned from her mistakes, but I live in them. Type walking the fine line between addiction and family, trying to precisely pivot around every imperfection implanted in my bloodline. I'm unable to lose the memories that has formed in time. They're mine. You have made me who I am, but that question I still ask myself, or better yet, who are you? I know you look like my mother and you sound like her too, but the abuse has visually and mentally distorted the oh so beautiful mother I remember you to be. But even then we were younger, so we just adjusted from what we see. And of course we would hear the famous, do as I say, not as I do. But Mom, isn't that a little hypocritical of you to not realize the seeds you give birth to are a product of you, so that every pill you took and every vein you poked and every hit you pulled became us? Trying to completely numb every bit of guilty feeling that arises each day. Instead of face it and you try to erase it with whatever taste your body hungers for. Them adrenaline junkies, my tolerance is too high. I need at least 3 more, the kind that will steal your shit and help you look for it. I know that it got so bad that just getting up was a chore. She couldn't stand the pain. Just one more for today and tomorrow won't be the same, as she barely makes it to the front door. You see, your addiction is like a sketch artist's depiction of a crime, but the contradiction is the battle of right and wrong in which you always lose in time. It's hard to understand an addict when you yourself are not in that deep, but the confusion leaves me with a busy mind, little sleep, and lifelong lessons to keep. I know what it implies. I had enough of the drugs, chaos, stress, and lies. Putting my purse under the pillow before I close my eyes. I can never truly exhale, I just deeply sigh. Why?
Cool. Welcome back. I'm your Ivan, host of DETV, the Artist Studio, and we want to say a special thanks again for people that's presenting this to you, which is me and DETV, and definitely Gable Music. I'm here with the lovely Rachel Schain.
Yes.
With an N. And she's just telling me about everything about her music. So welcome back again.
Thank you.
Before we left, we were talking about your courage.
Yeah.
You know, you just ran away from music for, I don't want to say ran away, that makes it sound so...
No.
Ran
Kind of
away?
accurate.
Okay, ran away from music.
Yeah.
And what brought you back? What made you say, enough's enough, people need to hear my voice, I have a message, you know?
Well, people started actually making careers from themselves just by putting up MySpaces.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you took it back.
yeah. So well, that's when this was going down.
Right. So now we got a timestamp. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you all know exactly how old I am.
21.
Oh, yes. Exactly. Bingo.
Cool.
So I ran away from music, and people were making careers from themselves themselves.
Why'd you run away from music? Because that's important, because a lot of people are out here that's probably watching this, they stopped doing it too. Like for a minute, I stopped DETV,
Yeah.
and then I came back. So what made you stop?
It felt insurmountable.
Wow.
Like when you come out of college, and you know you've been fed all this optimism for 20 some odd years of your life.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, no, there's gotta be a job, and there's gotta be
Go to
health
college.
benefits.
Go to college. Get education. Marry. Buy a house. Get in debt. Don't forget. They don't tell you about getting in debt.
Yeah.
And then you just lose it.
Exactly. And I did get married pretty much out of college too.
Okay.
I've been married to my husband since about 2 years after I graduated.
Wow.
So
Gotcha.
we were already, a super exclusive item at that point anyway.
Right.
So anyway, the point being, people were making careers for themselves.
Right.
I always thought that you had to be, sitting at the lunch counter, and then the man comes in the limousine and he's this guy, I'm gonna make you a star, kid.
Right.
I always thought that was the only way to become
Right.
a legitimate musician. And I started seeing all of these people, including a classmate of mine from Binghamton, Ingrid Michelson.
Right.
I saw all of these people start to create their own music careers. And I said,
Right.
well, wait a second, if they can do it, why can't I?
Right.
And I just, I
Just did it.
sucked it up. You know what I
Wow.
mean? It wasn't easy.
So how's your comeback? How's the comeback?
It's been good.
Good.
It's been good.
That's what I wanna
I
hear.
mean,
So real quick.
yeah.
Word association.
Okay.
Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right. Music.
Love,
Love.
family,
Peace.
happiness,
Delaware.
home,
Wilmington.
good.
That's awesome.
Good.
You froze me for a minute because all I'm thinking about is New York.
Yeah, well, look, New York is a wonderful place. but loving New York doesn't mean I can't love other places too.
No, when you said love, and I said New York, I was thinking about the love you have for your son, and the love you have for New York, and that's what was just hitting my mind. That's why I froze. So when you said that, it's like, oh shoot, and like you're a New York fan, right?
Big time. Big
What
time.
team?
Yankees.
Damn, you see how you said that? They go to cameraman again. And you're like, yeah. she's looking at me like Yankees.
Listen. When I was 2 years old, my mom and my aunt pulled me aside
Right.
and they said, "So Rachel, who are you rooting for in the teams in the game tonight?" And
Right.
I said, "Well, I don't know who's playing." And they said, "Wrong answer. The answer is always the Yankees. Always."
From the
Little.
toddler, from the
Yes.
boom.
Yes. Little.
Now tell me, how far does your love for the Yankees really go?
Well, my son is named after my favorite Yankees first baseman, Don Mattingly. His name is Mattingly.
Enough said. Look, make sure you check out Rachel at the Ladybug concert. And hold on, we got to bring him in. You want to bring him in? Let him Mattingly see mommy.
Come here,
Oh.
bud. Come here. Come here. Where's my boy?
There you go.
My boy's covered in chocolate.
So let me ask you real quick.
Yeah.
How is it being a mother and a rock star? How do you juggle that?
Hold on.
Let me help you.
How do I juggle this getting into this chair? I think
Come
it's
on,
the
Mattingly.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Hi, bud.
You ready?
Hi.
He like, Mom, this big black guy with a mohawk.
Don't bother him.
So how do you juggle that?
Well, I have a really supportive husband.
Awesome.
I have a really, really supportive husband who is great, and
Okay.
my family is also pretty wonderful. So, it's a juggling act, but
Yeah.
I'm home with him most of the time. I quit my day job when he was born.
Wow.
Because I knew that there were only so many hours of the day.
Okay.
And a happy family means happy mommy too. So even
Happy wife, happy life.
yeah, that
Yeah.
too. I mean, but I feel like a lot of women sacrifice their dreams
Oh.
when they become mothers. Like everybody said to me, "So that music thing's gonna end now that
Right.
that you got this guy." And I'm like, "What?
It just started.
What music thing?"
We're gonna do some children's songs. We're gonna do it. Well, look. Anyway, it's your man Big Ive, DTV. Make sure you check Rachel out at the Ladybug Festival on the 16th. Make sure you check out Gable Music at GableMusicVentures.com and Mattingly. Make sure you check out Mattingly. He's coming out with his new album and called Rockstar Baby.
Yeah, that's him.
All right, be sure we'll holler at you on the next episode.